Hello, welcome to my channel, where I channel. My name is April, I love you. My readings are for the collective and they are for the viewer. If you're looking to find out who did you dirty, that is not going to be on this channel. My readings are for personal growth and development, and you cannot do personal growth and development if you are blaming it on the outside world. I'm a little bit odd. I trust in myself and I do things my own way. I am open for all the readings of the self if you are willing to trust that I can provide information for what energies your soul is asking you to work through. I am in tune with all aspects of my soul, even the ones that are hiding. I can sense and I can feel them, even though they're not ready to temper with the temperance card. I've been working on understanding all aspects of my being for quite a while on my spiritual journey, and it started with a reading that was the aspects of self. So it would give you a directional animal, and it will give you all animals to deal with, like the east, the south, the inner being, the above being, the below being, the masculine and the feminine. And this is where the idea of my readings spawned from. So in my own card pull today, my masculine energy and my inner energy both came out on the table. My stag spirit is my masculine energy. And the stag spirit came out with the guardians of the land for protection. So there is a stag spirit right here. He's in the shadows. And this one over here is in the light, and this is the leader. It's telling me that my masculine is available to come out of the darkness, out of the shadow, and come into the light. Or an aspect of my masculine is ready to take lead, as long as he remains protected by the guardian. This is a 39 and a 21, which is a 12 and a 21, which is a mirror, and the mirror card came out also. And then I have the frog spirit come out today. The frog spirit is my inner animal. The wind chime kicked up when I said that. So when I was a little girl, I used to have a monkey. A monkey was my inner animal, and as I grew, and I wanted to connect with this inner being again, I got a stuffed animal of a frog to bring myself back to the stuffed animal idea of having that security, giving her that security, giving my inner child that security. And turns out the frog has represented me as my inner animal now. So these animals have changed for me, but they're still prominent. The old ones are still prominent. I have the fox spirit showing up also in the Three of Wands as my shadow card. And it showed up in the conscious mind. You can't see it there. The fox is here, right next to the tree, and the tree is part of this guardians of the land protection. Now the fox for me is going back to the very beginning and looking at your journey with fresh set of eyes. When I started my spiritual journey, and I don't know if I've ever spoke of this on this channel, in my inebriation at the witching hour, one night a fox crossed my path, and the fox told me that I was living life all wrong. And I didn't understand it at the time. But now I know that your spirit team, your other versions of yourself, your guides, your ancestors, your guardians, will send you spirit animals that can telepathically communicate with you so that you snap out of it. Snap out of it. It was a snap awakening. It was a realization of something needed to change. It took me a couple years, but in 2012, in between 2012 and 2021, I did a majority of my healing. A majority of my changing from one form to another, changing from a drug addict, alcoholic, a lot of other words that we're just not gonna say here. And I turned into a sober mother. I was honored and blessed in 2016 to have a son. And since 2021, I've been digging in deep into the darkest parts of my soul, where that frog energy is representing, purifying the soul, purifying the inner being. The rain on the frog to me is purification from the land, the guardians of the land. I have a commitment to my inner being. The commitment card has come out. Okay, we're gonna go into what the message actually is today and stop talking about me. There's a new opportunity in the real world. A golden opportunity. It brings forth wealth. But you have to communicate your woundedness to the universe. Oh my goodness. So, the 9 of Wands and the 8 of Wands, the 8 of Wands and the 9 of Wands, however you want to see it. It comes out as the 9 and then the 8. But this is like a progression, even though it's backwards. Even though they both came out to show me we're going in order. Communicating about the actions that we were expressing while we were in a wounded state. A new opportunity can arise from taking action towards your destined path. This is a 17. It may bring a lot of imbalance to a version of yourself who you once were. And it has you showing up in a new expression of love. Okay, that's all we're gonna dig for now. We have the 2 of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. So I say the Page of Pentacles is who you once were, because I'm an earth sign. And the Page of Pentacles to me is it's the student of earth. It's the one that still has no idea of what appears on the other side of the curtain when she peers out into the crowd. She has taken the stage, but doesn't really have the confidence. Like she's standing in snow. She's still cold. She's still new. I can't say that on my channel. Okay. I love you. I want to thank everybody for being here. I'm very close to that 100 subscriber mark. I'm very excited about it. Now that I've been through a lot of my dark nights of the soul, now that I've picked up a lot of the pieces of who I am supposed to be and I've integrated them back into wholeness within my being, I should be able to commit fully to supporting this information station of healing, of ways to address your own woundedness, of looking within even though there is turmoil within the process to get there. Being open and available to providing readings and support for those who are going through the journey, holding space for, I have the Queen of Swords showing up, holding space for others to seek their truth. See how she's got her hand open, ready to receive the truth. She's sitting on her throne in the clouds, and that goes with the Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. If it doesn't belong here, it's out. And then I have the Six of Cups showing up on the bottom, dealing with all the ways. Oh, we repeated the ancestral emotional neglect, the trauma, the wounding, and I'm getting a not very nice scent. It's a FU scent. There's still parts of my being that are angry that I have decided to enter into my light. There are still parts of my being that are scared to present as mature. See, I got 2 pages on this side. The feminine energy wants to stay in immature. I have the King of Pentacles on the bottom and the Queen of Swords for the masculine energy. The Page of Cups is here too. Let's see what we're digging for. So the King of Pentacles to the Page of Cups. Did I say the Page of Swords? I meant the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is here twice. And then we have the Fool. So, let me just take a look at this masculine side again. So we have somebody who has obtained their wealth, their status as a man of stable value, and he is looking for an option that may not be in alignment with the maturity that he needs. So this is a king accepting a page. So this could be a wound of the past where the masculine takes advantage of a younger feminine. This may be like a lot of us carry this wound of pedophilia. It is part of the generational coding. It goes back eons. Like, nah, I'm using that word wrong. Sorry, I recant my word eon because I'm using it in an incorrect manner. This goes back millennium. Millennium? Millennial. Millennium. Millenniums. It doesn't sound right either. For millennia. Yes. where the 15, 16-year-old girl was given off to the 30-year-old man. Like, and it was just accepted by society that the masculine take on a wife that was so much younger, because he could mold her into what he needed her to be. But we're not standing for this anymore. I don't believe we're standing for this anymore. That's a king and a queen, even though they're in different genres, where one is of the earth and one is of the air. At least they are supposed to be counterparts. Like, at least they've matured to the proper stature. There's a new beginning that's going to happen. So the Fool has been presented to me in a new way. That this is a rebirth energy. And what you bring from your previous life is all your beliefs in this bag. And your beliefs come from, excuse me, again, how you were molded as a child. Again, a molding, something is going on here. Your woundedness that you've communicated was an ancestral pattern. And you're looking to bring balance so that you can find somebody that's actually showing up at your level. Instead of someone who wants to dominate and control, especially when it comes to your emotions. Because the Page of Cups is on both of them. Over here, it doesn't really look so much of an in control, domination or control situation. But when we have elder accepting someone of a lower stature, then that means that man is looking for somebody he can just... Oh, I don't want to say they all do, but this is a manipulation tactic. I know the women, some of the women love the daddy, the one that's so, but what is wrong with that? That she has an issue already about how she was emotionally neglected as a child, how she was abandoned by her father, how she was needing to fill a hole where his love never resided. I had to work through my own father issues, so it's nothing new to me. Can I have an advice for the masculine side? Hierophant. Again, it goes back to this childhood offering of a spiritual spiritual marriage. Did I shovel it? I think I did. The Hierophant is coming into your marriage aspect. 6 of Swords on the bottom. So we're trying to ditch chaos in our life. We're trying to ditch the patterns of chaos and find a home, find a place that we can call home that is calm. It is bringing forth a personal tower so that we can come into our independence. This could be a father and a daughter figure. And the daughter is saying, I have love to offer you to the father. Okay. So we have two major arcanas coming at the bottom of the deck. Or as the advice. The Tower. We have to ditch the karmic narrative and enter into the divine blueprint, the divine union, the divine connection. The key is in the partnership that you believed was possible when you were a child. This is also like religion or the community, like authority in the community. Chaos, finding calmer waters so you can create your own stability without this pattern of control, where you have matured emotionally and learned a new way to take action. The King of Cups. So this is going from a page to a king, allowing yourself to develop for an emotional maturity. Emotional maturity has been a theme that's coming up on my channel for a very long time now. Being able to witness your own emotional baggage. Being unscathed by how you move forward with the opinions, views, or disapproval of others. Say, there's no way I can change my past. I'm just bound, set, and determined to stand in loyalty to my own self and move forward the best I know how with the lightest material in a state of foolishness. Now, foolishness doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad, what's that, aspect. Now remember, every single person out there has all of this energy in them at any given time. We are all available to all the energy that the universe provides at any given time. It's if we choose to look at it or if we choose to ignore it. If we choose to look at it, we're searching for the lighted path. If we choose to ignore it, then we are living in our shadow existence. Now, I've done both. I have done both. It takes work to get to the divine seat. Eight of Pentacles and the Emperor. The greatest thing is to take action once you, oh my God, take action once you get thrown out of the tower. And it is Ace, Ace, Ace. Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. How we act and how we react in the tangible reality, in the real world, the pentacles, the wealth. This could be money. And in the emotional front. Being able to do all this stuff by ourselves, aces, where we give it to ourselves first, and then the happiness arrives for us outside as a family that is ready to dominate. This Queen of Wands for me is the dominatrix. So we have, well, this got us all the way back to the beginning. We got thrown out of the tower so we could have a new beginning. The new beginning that we started with. And that's going to bring in a way to master other areas of our life. Because we had to get rid of things that were standing in our way towards our wealth. We already have the Ace of Wands out here too. So 6 new beginnings. And an ending, which is a beginning. So we have 7, opportunity for 7 new beginnings. But what this is saying is we are being forced to move. We didn't want to move. We didn't want to look at our wounding. We didn't want to look at our patterns. We didn't want to grow from a past version of ourselves into the highest potential that we could become in this real world. We didn't want to bring our emotions into a state where we emotionally matured, where we could view ourselves from a spiritual power. Okay. Is there a direct shadow that wants to be... Oh, no. What's going on over here? What deck didn't I use? This one's used. This one's used. This one. Oh no, commitment's there. Okay, we'll take the commitment card back. I just have to make sure it's a full deck when I use it. So what is the advice for this person that is trying to grow physically and emotionally, who is trying to remain calm in her seat and cut out truths that no longer serve her, who is available for all these new beginnings because they've already communicated their woundedness, and who is still refusing to move and is having the universe, okay, kick them out. So we have Ride the Wave. Ride the Wave comes out a lot for me in this deck. Ride the Wave is, it has the dolphins on there, so it's the spirit guides. There is a fairy guide and 2 spirit guides that are pushing you through the emotional crest, I want to say. And I follow the leader at the bottom. It's a 4014 or 1440. Is that the 1444? 1440. Is that like the 144,000? Now 144,000 for me is a frequency. It's not really like you're the chosen one. And I'm sorry I laugh about that, but we are all chosen if we choose ourselves first. Anybody can take the path of the chosen if they are willing to tap into the high frequency of 144,000. 144,000 is when you get into your angelic coding. We have a lot of birds here. What's the time? It's 10 to 3. 2:50. We have another fairy. We have 2 birds, a duck and a goose. No, a duck and a chickadee. And a grasshopper. No, a praying mantis. So some or all of those may be animals for you. It was just 2929 on the clock, which is an 1111 card. 1111 number, which is looking at the south. This path leads to a tree, and the tree leads to the forest of the guardians. The guardians of the land. This is something that was witnessed at fall. You still may be riding an emotional wave that started to break last fall. I can, of course, I get a yes, yes, yes. I get a yes. Okay, so this is where I'm going to leave it. My name is April. I love you. aprilpeladeau@gmail.com. If you want to go deeper, I do have spiritual cleaning and Reiki, cleaning the aura, whatever kind of deal. If you feel like you can trust and honor my learning and growing and would like a session with me, just reach out. I also do readings and scrying. If you have an image that of your own that you'd like me to scry, I can do that. I can see things in clouds and in furniture and in pretty much any surface. It is one of my natural abilities. Have a great day, and I love you.